you know when we go live.
Apparently, Joe, we're on again. Are we on? Tony.
Good.
I'm looking to see if we're on right now.
It's always great when your web guy says, I think.
Tony, part the curtains. Part the curtains, Tony.
Tony, come on, man.
Hey.
Oh,
Yay!
it's like I just put a quarter in.
I'm frozen.
I don't believe we're live.
This would be my favorite if this is all live.
Same thing as before. Same thing as before, Joe.
We got this.
I'm at the screen. It just says going live in 0.00.
We're
So
live.
let's hold on a second.
We're live. We're live.
Yay!
Oh, we're actually on?
All right, let's see. Hold on, it just refreshed, and hey! There, guys.
Holy cow, we're on. So,
Too bad. Everybody missed. Too bad I missed you yelling at your children.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right.
Oh, man.
That was legit.
We were actually on. If you're just tuning into the broadcast, we were actually on 9 minutes ago, thinking we were talking to people, but we were actually talking to nobody. So that's perfect.
We were imitating other shows.
I would not want it any other way. Right?
You know what, guys? If we're gonna keep doing this, to hell with it. I'm going swimming.
Oh!
Bye, Tony. So yes, welcome to the first Rizz Show's somewhat happy hour, and we're all from our respective houses. Patrico's underwater, or he was underwater.
Oh, you just put that up there, did you?
Yeah, with scotch tape.
And your banner just fell. Moon.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Is that the normal spot where you broadcast from in the morning, Moon?
Yeah, I was going to be somewhere else, but there is nowhere else that isn't completely overrun by children right now. Like, this house gets rowdy right around this hour. So.
Well, you missed before, my kids running with the dog down here.
Yeah.
And then me yelling. Jeff is out in Eureka. Hello, Jeff.
Yeah, I'm in the fireplace room here, and the dining room is right behind me there, and I'm cuddled up with a drink and some chips and salsa. Cheers.
King Scott has his mini microphone out in Overland.
Yep. Hello there. Present.
He's the world's tallest game show host right now.
Yes.
Gulliver's Travels.
What I would like to see, King Scott, is the workbench. I want a tour of the Overland domicile. But the first thing I want to ask you is, did you get my wedding gift? My wedding.
Yes, we did, and it's not been installed yet, and it's the greatest wedding gift I think we got.
You did get the sex swing?
Yeah, he gave me the swing and. No, what's that? Sorry, Rizz.
The sex wedge, but.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he bought us. He bought us an amazing air vent, or a fan, sorry, for the bathroom, and it has Bluetooth capabilities. It's pretty awesome.
Wow, nice.
Yeah,
I almost got that same thing
And
for you. I'm glad I didn't.
And a few days later, another thing showed up, and it was an Apple TV. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, the bar
Yeah.
was, would you guys get them?
Would you go to a closing of Radio Shack or something? What the hell?
Scott should be able to tell you.
Yeah, Moon gave me this microphone.
That's not true.
It looks
And that's
big
a normal size microphone for Moon.
Hey, in all honesty, did you get our gift or not?
Don't know.
I know you got it. I got a picture of it on Amazon.
Tony,
Okay. We have a book tracking everything, and I haven't seen who sent everything yet.
That's cool.
But she's been writing it all down.
That's cool.
did you get my gift yet?
No, yes.
Did you not get him anything, Jeff?
No, I got him some car ramps that you can drive your car up on, so you can change the oil.
Sure.
Thank you, Ed.
The big red ones?
Yeah, the big red ones.
Oh, those are the best.
Yeah, and they have the little traction thing, so it's easy to drive up, and you sit right up there. Yeah, and you can use those as a sex wedge as well.
Rizz, you sound like a robot.
Are you playing with the filters and stuff like that?
What happened? What are you talking about?
Show.
I got no filters over here.
He sounds normal to me.
Patrico downloaded some kind of app, and his head was on fire. And
hey, don't worry about it.
Okay, so everybody else saw that too?
Don't worry about it. I'm a
Okay,
pickle.
good.
That's fine.
Look, it's an angry guy garden pickle.
What?
Okay.
I'm in Rizz's house. Where the hell am I? Where the hell am I?
You look like a pickle and piss. Right?
Hey, you're supposed to pickle things?
Rizz, this will be the scariest one for you. You ready for this? Oh my God!
Oh boy!
Holy hell!
Are those glasses that you had on yesterday?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right, what's the over/under of the amount of posters that'll be hanging behind Tony by the time this is over?
Are they all falling down? Yeah, your blues. You've got 2 of them already halfway down.
I love how somebody goes Patrico with his college dorm looking ass. Listen, this was a kid's playroom yesterday. I just started setting up my office.
When we first started, there was 9 up there, right?
Yes. And I was outside. What the hell happened?
No,
boy.
I want to see Scott's playroom. Go ahead.
All right, this is the upstairs, and this is where we do all our work, our gaming, and it's very exciting.
Build it
Here's
down.
a pipe.
We don't want the,
Not really.
we don't want the ceiling.
Moon, your mic sounds horrendous.
And then this is going downstairs.
Crackling.
So this is your ceiling, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
This is the living room.
Okay.
That's a couch.
I can see curtains on the wall. Okay.
Yeah. Here's the kitchen. Look at that. Someone just dropped groceries off.
Whoa.
Wow.
There's the person you saw him walk. Yeah. So this is our kitchen. This is my favorite plant, named Robert, of course. And then this way is one of my favorite places to spend time.
Oh, yeah, Joe time, yeah.
Oh, a painting I did. And then here's the important room.
Ooh.
Oh, there it is. There.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
buddy.
magical.
Buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Pretty cool. There she goes.
All right.
That's about how long it takes, too. All right.
All right, done. That was fun.
Is that where the match happened that first day? Right there?
Yeah. This is where it is, man. This is where history was made.
You know, I hope I'm not speaking out of turn, but from what I understand, tonight is your wife's yoga night. So if we could see what's going on with that, if you could just, isn't she doing, starts at 5, doesn't it? Or what is it?
Yeah.
If you could.
Can you show us the trampolines or no?
No.
Honestly, did you all get him his wedding gifts yet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I told you. I got the picture
Yeah.
from Amazon saying it was delivered. It showed me a picture of it next to the front door.
I got to look through.
Sorry,
Yeah, we
guys.
haven't sent all our thank yous out yet, obviously.
Very busy, huh?
Yeah, very busy.
I've been kind of waiting by the mailbox looking for.
Yeah.
Waiting for it.
I'm sorry. I'm an idiot.
All I'm seeing is Patrico with whatever filter he's putting on.
That's my mustache from last year.
It is.
Oh, I'm having too much fun. Yeah.
Oh,
This
that's
is
the
it
DJ
right here.
Mm-hmm.
Cathead, DJ Cathead.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Catnip.
Hey, Joe, see if you can get our call dial in guest, if that's at all possible. Web guy Joe is kind of controlling this thing.
Did you fall, Scott? Or what?
Nah.
Oh, wow. Wow, he's like the voice of God. By the way, Moon, people are saying in the chat room that your mic is crackling very, very bad. I don't know what's going on with it.
Oh, maybe it's just too loud. Here, let me
Ooh, boy.
do some engineering on it.
Yeah, the guy's got the most expensive microphone.
Here, I'll
Dude,
trade
on the
you.
show, that thing's sweet. That thing sounds so amazing.
Yeah, believe me, it's not the microphone. It's just the app. Whatever it is. And that's fine.
Yeah.
You guys mind if I check something real quick while we're waiting?
Yeah, go ahead, Jeff.
What did you want? All right, hang on.
Now, do you think he made those specifically for today, or he had them?
I think they're specifically made for today.
Sorry. There's an issue with the dog. Sorry.
I think
Are we back on? Are we still in commercials? Yes.
We're still live on Facebook.
Yeah, you
We're what?
We're still live on Facebook.
All right, well, let me know when we're back on.
No, we're back on, Jeff.
What's that?
We're back on, Jeff.
Is the song over?
Hey,
Joe,
Oh, God, this is too much fun.
What?
two S's.
Two S's. GASS Company. Huh. Yes, all one word.
Hey, Tony.
Yes.
When is this starting?
I don't know. Let me parachute to you, Jeff.
Have we done crap on celebrities yet?
No. You know what I did find though? I did find a signed picture of Dave Murray in my house.
Oh my!
Wow.
What is that? Your high school picture? What is that?
Yeah, it looks like your senior photo.
That's Dave Murray.
Would you stop it?
Whoa!
Oh, hey!
Amazing.
Welcome.
You had to
Hello, sir.
You had to bring me in right as Burton is sticking his mushroom head right up to the camera.
That's the show open.
Oh my God!
Show him your short shorts. Yeah.
I saw it. Everybody relax.
Hey, Craig, yes, everybody.
Hey!
How are you guys?
Well,
it's our first virtual happy hour.
Mm.
And we've never done anything like this before. And I say so far we're 20 minutes. Well, the first 10 minutes we were broadcasting thinking we were broadcasting to people and nobody was on.
Okay.
Nobody. So 10 minutes in, it's a freaking train wreck. So,
Hey, do you mind if I throw to a couple sponsors really quick?
go ahead.
Today's broadcast is brought to you by Zycam.
Ah.
You tried everything else. Fuck it. Zycam. And mask from China. You're desperate. Try a mask from China.
I'm drinking Wayne Gretzky's whiskey.
Nice.
oh God.
And yeah, filtered through his jockstrap is actually.
Mm-hmm. That's why it's dark, because he's Canadian.
Craig, do you have
By the way, I'm sure one of you has already brought this up if this has not been an ongoing discussion. But when you look at the positives of what's going on with this pandemic, you do realize one of those positives is that the St. Louis Blues become the Stanley Cup champions for eternity. You know that.
Wow.
Well, yeah, unless they start the season up again. I think that's going to happen.
Well, it's kind of a, worst case scenario, best case scenario. You kind of look at the silver lining in it.
Listen, I hope we get started up again, and I hope we get sports back. And I'm really kind of missing that stuff. Listen, they're saying the NFL draft today is going to get the highest ratings ever. Patrico, you got to stop.
What's happening? What happened?
He's having an acid trip over there.
Okay.
He's still celebrating.
Moon, your microphone is not great. Every time you talk, Moon.
Is it any better now?
No.
Wow.
Hey, or is it kinds of like cut out?
Why am I getting hot?
Me too, man. Me too.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yay!
All right, so what is the focus of this quarantine
I don't know.
podcast?
I don't know. There isn't one. That's a problem.
We just figured we'd turn the cameras on and we're all at our respective houses and see what happens.
I don't know if you noticed, Craig, but King Scott has eaten all of the other game show hosts and then took their microphone.
Can you see King Scott, Craig?
I can. In fact, the weirdest thing happened. I was on the internet. I don't know what I was looking at on YouTube, but I was given a suggestion to watch King Scott's wedding.
Yes.
And I watched his wedding, and I've always thought that the whole virgin thing was like a stunt.
No.
You know, but and forgive me for jumping in on this too late because I'm sure you guys have already discussed it. But has King Scott had sex?
I mean,
Yes.
He's been married for how many days now, Scott?
So, well, since the 28th of March.
Was it anything like you thought it would be?
Better. Yeah, it was amazing.
Wow.
Yes.
And what's the total at? How many times have you done it now? Because the other day it was 29.
Wait, I was about to say, let Craig guess.
Oh, can you guess, Craig?
Well, I was gonna. Before I guess, I want to ask, how low were your expectations that it was that?
Well, I mean, I knew it was going to be awesome, but there's a lot more to it than like Moon was always telling me about that. There's more going on internally as well. So getting all that to connect was awesome.
I love that Moon is the expert. Like, well, that guy. I mean, let's talk to Moon about sex. That is. Like, you didn't go to any of the other guys. You went to Moon and go, all right, listen, Moon, you know what you're talking about. So
we've had good deep talks. That's all I can say. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, I'm going to guess. How long has it been since you've been married?
28th of March.
The 20th of March. All right, so I'm going to guess, have you done it once, on average, at least once a day?
Yes.
Look at this guy. Look at this guy.
Have you actually counted how many times you've had sex?
No, I gave them a rough estimate, and I thought I said 20. Was it 29 or 28? Yeah, something like that. It's right around that ballpark.
Wow.
Yeah.
However many days it's been, and not too many extras. That's tiresome.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, you gotta remember.
Thank you.
I've been talking to him about this since what's considered the mid '90s. So that's
third grade. Third grade.
Yeah, we're
no, he started making a family.
Just to explain why he and I have had these type of deep conversations.
Wow.
What's this at, Rizz?
My wife made a juice.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
There's
Oh, yeah.
juice in here and
Hey, Burton, I'm drinking out of this cup for you.
What's that say? Oh, Springfield, Missouri. Oh, I think the waitress is here. Hold on a second. Waitress?
So,
No.
Craig,
That wasn't my waitress.
how have you
It's not my
been-
waitress.
Have you been self-quarantining? Have you been not leaving the house? When you leave the house, do you wear a mask?
Well, this is my first mask that I got. And I haven't worn a mask yet. I'm in Las Vegas. I've been staying with friends out here since everything went down. I did my last shows in New York City on March 13th and 14th, and the energy was weird in the city. It was just several shows got canceled because of a lack of attendance. And the shows we did do, we had really small crowds. And I'll never forget, one of the funniest lines I heard that night was a comedian named Brian Scott McFadden. Weird energy in the room, and he's just kind of just muscling through it. And he finally ended by just going, all right, well, listen, I'm going to get out of here. I got another show I got to do here in July. So perfect. It was perfect. And it was weird. I flew to Las Vegas on March 17th on St. Patrick's Day. My car was here. I had to get it fixed, and then I was going to drive home. And when I got here, the hotel where I was staying at had actually closed for business. Mm-hmm. And we're not talking about like a Hampton Inn. I was going to stay at the New York Casino. And the New York Casino had shut their doors. So a friend of mine in Vegas just happened to text me and said, "Hey, if you need a place to stay, we've got a 4-story townhouse, and you can have the bottom floor to yourself."
Oh, nice.
Oh, so cool.
So I went here to stay for a few days just to have a place to stay while I'm getting my car fixed. And then I thought, this might be good because this puts me closer to my mom, who's in Arizona. Mm-hmm. And they said, stay as long as you need to. So I'm keeping tabs on my mom and staying a few hours away from her and just waiting for the storm to pass. But
so are you leaving the house? Are you going to the grocery store? Are you just staying in?
Now it's once every 2 weeks. I go to Costco to stock up. And I go out for a walk once a day for about 90 minutes to get my 10,000 steps in. And there's a park nearby here, a huge park where families and individuals are doing social distancing, walking and jogging and riding their bikes. And some, a couple families will be on a lawn, and it's like 2 or 3 people, maybe 4. And they're actually encouraging here. They're encouraging people to exercise and just keep that social distancing thing going. What about you?
I think it's cool that you're close enough with your mom that you can keep an eye on her and stuff like that. Are you actually keeping track of who she's texting, or
Wait a minute. Are one of you guys keeping track of your family members' texting habits?
No, I was just asking, just in general. I just make sure. That's all. No big deal.
How devastating is this for comics? I mean, this is crazy.
Well, have you guys watched any of these online shows? These Zoom shows?
A little bit. Some of the music stuff, yeah, but not the comedy stuff.
I haven't watched comics yet.
I just got booked to do my first one on Saturday, and it's a charity one. But I watched other comics do it, and it's a weird energy. I think it's very obvious that you cannot do stand-up comedy. If I'm going to entertain all of you guys, I should just tell stories about what I'm experiencing, in my opinion. I mean, that's I don't think that rhythm works because you need to look in the audience. You need to make eye contact with people. And when you do a Zoom thing and you start speaking, all you see is your face. So you're just looking at your face and talking. And I think that you have to let go of that rhythm. And I think it's cool. I think there's actually a lot of positives of all of this. I mean, haven't you guys come out with positives and things that make you hopeful through all of this?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Moon. So Moon is doing every couple of days, acoustic performances from his basement, just trying to entertain people. And is it weird, Moon, broadcasting basically to people you don't know or you don't see the audience?
Yeah, I mean, right now we're doing a Goldfinger record and I'm doing a solo record, which is probably why my settings are all messed up. And just writing parts on Skype and then FaceTiming people and figuring out parts that way and then tracking is very bizarre. But I think what you were talking about with the positives, this is just like all suffering and hardships or whatever. They always force innovation. Everybody has to get creative because you have to get creative to kind of keep up. So it's forcing innovation in a pretty awesome way, I think. I think a lot of people that are willing to not sit back and bitch are getting creative.
Yeah, I have a feeling this is going to birth a ton of art. From music to paintings or whatever. We're going to have a lot of amazing stuff come out of this.
See, I think the real positives here are when celebrities do Zoom calls and stuff, you get to see their houses.
Yeah.
The Tom
I'm fascinated by that.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, really quickly, I just need to introduce a new sponsor. This segment is brought to you by That Shit in the Corner. Hey, Craig, what's that shit in the corner? Shit in the corner.
Product placement.
Yeah.
All right. Jeff, take your camera and turn it I want to see what's going on in your background.
Did you say me?
Yeah, Jeff.
All right. Let's see. So right here.
Oh no.
That's the dining room.
Yeah.
Right there. That's where we never eat. Mm-hmm. That's a window right there. And then here's the There's the fireplace.
Uh-huh.
Right there. Let's see what else. Here's pictures. It's pretty much just pictures and crap like that, like family stuff.
Well done.
Send you a picture.
Wedding photos, that sort of thing.
Dirty pictures of me.
Dirty pictures. Oh, that's. I'm trying to figure out where those are. This is one. You guys remember when Jameson was the sponsor of the shot of the day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that my little liquor cart right there.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and then other than that, that's when you guys talk about your workrooms, that sort of thing. There's my workroom, baby, right there.
A lot of
Yeah. All right. There it is.
Diarrhea.
And TV room
Ah.
out there, and then this would be the little bitty kitchen that leads out.
Whoa!
Can we see the burn? Can we see the burn?
Oh, the burn on the deck?
Yeah.
He burned his deck?
Yeah.
I just went on the deck in Daisy Dukes, just so you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. That's the downstairs right there.
All right, Tony, let's see your room.
Well, I mean, I'm all connected to everything here, but it's very unimpressive. There's a futon behind me, and then there's posters that are falling down that I put up with Scotch tape, and then there's.
Are you okay with that, Scott?
It's okay.
You took all of Scott's tape?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like sharing.
Hey, Craig,
Sharing who?
what are you? Where are you broadcasting from?
I look like my typical hotel room. I am just all my shit in a pile in the corner over there. That's the way I live. How about you, Moon?
Moon's in his basement.
I'm in the basement. Here, I'm in the basement. I'll disconnect this stuff right here. The house is trashed because I haven't to follow the children at all today. But here, I'm dumping mics over here. Here, I'll take you around. Hang on.
I think this is going well.
Okay, so hang on. Okay, so here's where I've been tracking a lot. Bunch of random guitars. I mean, there's just cables and pedals and crap, sort of all over the place. There's guitars. What's that?
There's a bike on the wall.
That's E.T.
There's a bike
E.T.'s
on
bike.
the wall. That is the same exact model that I had in the 80s, the old dyno.
Nice.
Let's see. I have a picture of me and Free Beer Dave at New Year's, and
That's cool.
He's there's the bar and the Bo Jackson picture right there somewhere.
Nice.
There's out.
Oh, you're frozen up.
And then
Was that your lagoon?
Sliding glass door is so easy to get in.
you see me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Huh? Okay. There's a pile of hockey sticks back there for when we play some basement hockey.
Baseball.
This is Scott's old room, but it's been turned into my daughter's room.
Does it still smell like chlorine? What?
It doesn't smell great.
It smells like.
Oh.
But there's still red hair that's being vacuumed up.
You're
Upstairs, here's the basic living area, and then the kitchen with a half naked woman.
Oh,
You guys thought I was kidding.
Where do I sign up for my Amazon gift card for that young lady?
How crazy would it be if the reason why Patrico didn't want to show us the rest of his house is because he has posters of Jacksonville Jaguar players with all the mouths cut out? Patrico's taking off on it.
No, you can see the rest of my house.
All right. What a great shot to be frozen on.
Yeah. Right.
I wanted to get a shot of that. Oh, man.
You want to
Hey, by the way, Rizzuto?
Yeah, let's check this out. So this.
Nice.
So Yep.
Those can be opened from the outside, just so you know. That model.
Is that glass broken?
Yep.
What happened?
Oh no, that's not the first time that's happened, is it?
That's a rock from a lawnmower.
Oh
no! Once a year? Jesus.
That sucks, doesn't it?
Is that the third window in from the left or the fourth?
Jeff knows. When I want, hey, I'm hoarding. Look at this. Want to check this out? Look at this. I got. Hell yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Hey!
Give me a baseline. Woo!
His own toilet paper.
I got toilet paper for days.
Nice. I was thinking hours, but okay.
Oh, you want to? So, Craig, my fish died.
Your fish died?
Yeah, my fish, Gary, died 2 weeks ago. And there's Gary's tent.
Oh, geez. Too soon. Too soon.
So, Gary died the Thursday before Thanksgiving. I'm sorry, before Easter. So,
Jesus.
I'm
No, not Jesus. He stayed dead.
Yeah, if it was Jesus, he'd be back.
I'm having a hard time getting rid of the tent.
Can't let it go.
He is not a Jesus fish.
Mm-mm.
He's just
He's not an
everybody else.
Ictus.
Look,
An
I got
Ictus.
do the new rocks. I got new rocks for Gary.
Hey,
Never got to use them.
Rizzuto, while we were all staring at you, we missed that Moon is starting to audition for a boy band right now. I don't know.
This is just a filter. It's just a filter that Patrico sent me.
That's an awesome filter, man.
We have these LED lights, and I know that the kids know how to turn them back to normal, and I don't know what the switch is. So every time I turn them on, they're just doing this.
What's the energy like from your listeners? What have you been hearing from your listeners? What's the feedback been like?
It's tough for some people. Some people are, going to work every morning and still tuning us in and, going about their routine. And other people are at home watching us on YouTube and watching us on their big screens in the living room and as they're making their breakfast. And then after that, helping their kids with schoolwork. It's a different. Look at Jeff. You cannot have a serious conversation with anybody in this fucking thing.
I'm going to rave.
Hey, you want to see it? Hey, this is how. So Jeff every night has a martini.
Okay.
Yeah, one. Sure.
One martini. So this is the official Jeff Burton martini recipe.
So you want to do this now? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotta get ice.
Jeff Burton makes his martini every night.
I'm gonna go get ice. Hang on a second.
Oh man.
All right.
Shipping it off the block.
Yeah.
Did he fall down? Do we gotta send help?
All right.
That
So-
was.
Oh, wait a minute.
By the way, this is really a peek into Jeff's life.
What's that?
This is really a peek into the life of Jeff Burton, by the way.
Let me know before we go on live so I can put a shirt on. So it's 2 of these. This is from my father-in-law, by the way. He taught me how to do this. Although he was wearing a shirt most of the time when he was making me a drink. So it's 2 of these.
Is that gin or is that vodka?
Sorry, that's gin. It's Seagram's because it's fairly cheap. And this is extra dry vermouth. And sorry, it's not my first one of the evening. So, and then we do a full one of those.
Okay.
Blues shot glass that my daughter gave me. And then I like to do some olive juice. You do this right here.
I love you too.
Aw.
Little squirt of that. It's not squirting. What do you guys do when it doesn't squirt?
You just got to force it.
I got it. Hold on a second. All right.
Hey, listen, wait. Can everybody pause for 1 second while I point something out? Everybody, just pause for 1 second.
Okay.
We've all been hearing stories about these people that have been crashing Zoom meetings and crashing Skype meetings to fuck with people and say horrible things. Do you think if anyone's crashing this, they're going to look at this and go, you know what? Fuck these guys.
They're going to look at it. They're going to go, it's already been taken over.
Yeah, it's already
Yeah, this guy is the one who crashed it. Everybody thinks I'm going to crash it. So
there's a naked guy and a Capri Sun.
Normally, I would put it in here and shake it up and then pour it in here, but that's what it is right there. That's a gin martini dirty on the rocks.
There it is.
Yeah, right there.
Hey, and Jeff, if next time you have trouble squirting, get a little pretzel stick. That works.
Okay, you're an expert all of a sudden. 29 times you've been inside of a vagina, and you're an expert.
He's talking about the sounding from...
sounding.
Oh, that's right. I feel uncomfortable right now.
Hey, Craig, do you know what sounding is?
What is?
Sounding.
I don't know what that is.
I want you to look that up on Urban Dictionary when you get a chance.
Oh, boy.
Okay. Wonderful.
Involves putting... You know where a catheter goes?
Yes.
Yes, that's some people really enjoy that.
Oh, no.
So, listen, I figured before we kind of ended this happy hour, we would play the butthurt game.
Oh,
gosh.
Why would you do that? We had a good time.
Dude, no bullshit. I forgot what the name of the game was, but I was just telling some friends in radio in some other market about, man, one of the craziest things I've ever heard was some friends of mine in St. Louis. They did a thing where they played a game where they just had to, you couldn't like shit on yourself. You have to shit on somebody else. And it was the craziest thing. And the premise that I remembered was who could, bless you, who could COVID, who would leave this show that would have the least impact on it?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that was insane to me. That was
one of the most brutal questions. And that was at Rizz Show Live. We did that.
Oh, that's right.
Man.
So at Pops, the question, what was the question, Patrico?
Who, if they died, who would leave the least impact, either on Earth or on the show or something like that?
Yeah. Like if they weren't on the show anymore, who would leave the least impact? Yeah.
Right.
Oh, brutal. And
so
why?
The butthurt game is Patrico's got the questions, and you can't choose yourself. You have to pick somebody else on the show.
Oh, no.
Do I have time to go to the bathroom first or not?
Yeah.
Sit down, Jeff.
Let's see if this works.
There you go. All right, how many questions do you have, Patrico?
I got 5.
Oh, 5. Great.
Oh, no.
5 butthurt questions. All right, so you cannot pick yourself. You have to pick another member of the show.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Here, I'll let Craig start. Craig, pick a number 1 through 5.
3.
Not 3. Oh.
I shit you not. I shit you not. He said number 3. Look what number 3 says. Who will leave behind the least impact?
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Who will leave behind the least impact? I have a pen. I think I actually want to write down my answer so I don't change it and are influenced by anybody.
I don't have a pen. So you're just gonna have
I just have ink in my head.
I'm going to go first.
Do you have to impact on the show or life?
Here,
I thought you meant life.
This is life. This is not just the show. This is legit life.
I'm going to go first. Let me go first.
Go ahead, Moon.
The only reason I'm going first and I'm choosing this is because you don't have kids, Scott. That's it.
I got a dog.
Yeah, but She's gonna be gone in a couple years too. So.
Hey, Patrico, I couldn't see anything on that. It was just a blank screen.
King Scott.
King Scott.
Oh,
Sorry, Scott. It really just has to do with the kids thing.
okay.
If I could go next, I would say the exact same thing. Then Moon was in my head, the exact same thing. King Scott, no kids, and quiet life from here on out, and he's okay with that.
Man, I'm sorry, King Scott, but
This is what the game's called. It's called King Scott.
Where's the button? Don't hit the button.
I mean, you're a nice guy, but if somebody's got to go, it's got to be the guy that
You're a good egg.
Is that good reasoning, Craig?
Me?
Yeah. What do you think? I mean, is that decent reasoning?
You're already assuming I'm going to say King Scott?
Yeah.
Who would it be in your mind?
Well, it's King Scott.
Thank you. Yes.
But let me explain why. If we're talking about impact, Scott has had such a quiet, like he's been such a good guy that he's just kind of breezed through, like not a lot of people. He didn't do anything bad, and he was just super sweet. And because of that, I think he'll just be remembered as that sweet guy. And,
Craig, as a sports fan, you think of this. He's the second baseman in an incredible double play combination.
right.
I'll take it. You know,
He's probably going right to heaven. You going?
He's gonna run heaven.
Night shift, the night shift, but he will run heaven, but it's the night shift.
That's our podcast title, by the
Night
way.
shift. Where all the shootings take place in heaven.
All right, next question. Go. Next question.
All right. 1, 2, 4, or 5?
Deuce.
Moon. Deuce. Who has the most enemies?
Who has
the most enemies?
Enemies. Who has the most enemies?
I would think. I'm thinking Moon because he's been in front of probably the most people.
Yeah.
Boy.
I'm gonna say Rizz because I think your attitude and some other things from middle school to high school. There's somebody out there that hates you from something you said at junior year. And I mean,
I picked myself. I probably would have picked myself.
100% agree with you, Moon. I think if you count from the first time Rizz had a confrontation, which was probably first grade, and you just take one person per year that he had a confrontation with, I think he leads the list easily.
Yeah. I'd say he's the only one that's been in active fights, right, of the whole crew.
Oh, I broke my hand on a dude's face a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I would say Rizz.
Now,
Yeah, agreed.
I'll say Rizz as well for both of those reasons, both Moon and Jeff, but also the reason that, Rizz, you always say this, with your name being the name on the show, if one of us do something that pisses somebody off, they come after you too. So I think all of those reasons combined, it's you. Oh, Moon just waved me off.
Well, because that was one of those cop-out things. It was somewhat of a cop-out.
How many times has he said, like, it's my name on the wall, so if something gets fucked, it's on me?
Yeah, he only says that just to yell at us and have some backup.
That is true, yes.
All right, can I point something out about when the question was first asked, who has the most enemies? All of us paused. All of us had to think about it for a minute. And if I have to guess, it would be more haters than enemies. And if I'm thinking haters, I'm going to go with Moon. Because Moon is an accomplished musician. He's handsome. He's successful. It's like the Tom Brady thing. I've never understood why people hate Tom Brady because I think, man, I wish I was handsome and that I was successful and that I was proud of who I was fucking. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
But the difference between a hater and an enemy is Tom Brady has tons of haters that if they went up to his face at a restaurant would be like, holy shit, can I have an autograph?
Yeah, but you've experienced that too. You've experienced haters that are like, oh man, just jokes.
I know, that's what I'm saying. That's the difference between a hater and an enemy. An enemy that doesn't like me or doesn't like Rizz would come up and go, Fuck you, Rizz. Remember that one time in 1996? I've never forgiven you.
Yeah, but let's be honest. For anybody in this broadcast, if we saw O.J. Simpson walk into a restaurant that we were at, would you go up to take a picture with him?
Oh, 100%.
No,
I would.
I would.
You wouldn't, Moon?
No, I don't think you would either, dude. I think you would sneak a photo and be like, I got proof I saw OJ, but there's no way you're going to get caught in a picture with him.
I would do that. Yeah.
And would you say something not the picture?
What?
Like, OJ, big fan, I want to take a picture?
No, I don't think OJ, big fan.
No, you wouldn't do it, dude. You wouldn't do it. Remember, Dave Chappelle was talking about how, like, OJ wanted a picture with him. He's like, nah, I can't do that. I can't do that.
That's hilarious. All right, next question.
That's it. We're up against a hard break.
Nope.
All right. Oh. Here's this one, and this one's going to cause some controversy.
Great.
Well, Craig, this is going to be tough for you to chime into this one, but who is the hardest to get a hold of?
Oh, it's Jeff Burton.
I didn't write my answer down yet.
It's without a doubt Jeff Burton.
Why would you say that?
I would say that it's very close between Moon and Jeff Burton, but I would say it's Jeff too.
I would have to take a guess, and it would be between Burton and Moon, only because those are the only two guys that I haven't texted on any semi-regular basis. And if I had to guess, I don't know, it would be a toss-up because Burton I could see being more flaky. And then, but that's just, I could be wrong. And I'm only relating that to smoking a lot of pot.
You're right. Okay, as long as we're being honest, that's fine. Yeah.
And then Moon, I would only guess that because it would be a big timing thing. Like he'd big timing.
Oh, yeah. I could see him doing that. He is kind of an ass like that.
Yeah, he likes the big time people.
And that's a guess. That is a guess. That is a total guess.
It's a good guess. No, it's a good guess. If you're good friends with Garth Brooks, he'll return your call.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I've texted you both Jeff and Moon, and Jeff, you have your phone shut off most of the time, or you're silent, correct?
Yeah, 100% of the time, yes. So that's part of the problem. Yeah. So I would like to apologize to you and your family for that.
I called you literally 5 minutes after the show last week, and you didn't even see that I called until the next day.
And I could show you, and I showed you too. There was no missed call from you. There was nothing.
I showed you that I called you.
And I showed you that there was no missed call. So it's my word against yours. It's he said, she said.
Which is
down
why
by his seashore.
Which is why I picked you, Jeff, to be the last or the hardest to get a hold of, because your phone never freaking works, man.
No, that's not true.
That's a good point.
It works just fine when I'm sitting in my house, but I'm not normally in my house. Normally I'm in the freaking woods where there isn't any reception. But I would pick me too, if I could. But I picked Moon if not. Since I couldn't pick myself, I picked Moon just because it was the same reason everybody else said. So.
Dang.
By the way, the energy is different when I text Rizzuto. Rizzuto and I will get into a conversation, and every time I text Patrico, if there was an emoji that could come with Patrico's text, they would all be like this. Fuck yeah, dude. all of his texts come off as drunk and having the time of his life.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Tony is our PD live or live PD emoji. That's what he is. These are our cops.
Yeah, dude. The funny thing is nobody said Scott. Scott is honestly one of the worst with his phone. Scott
is pretty bad too.
Yeah, but I was gonna say Moon because I've never I've been lucky with Burton. I guess he's texting me back, but Moon I still have never gotten one from him.
I text with King Scott a lot because I sell him a crap ton of cocaine. That's the only reason why. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man.
What's the next?
The next question, we got two left. 1 or 5?
One more. Let's do 5.
5, yes.
One question. All right. Here it is. If we were all gay, who would be the worst boyfriend?
By the way, hi Donnie.
Donny.
Wow! Hey!
I think it's cool that Donny came in right on the gay stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the timing is perfect, and I don't really have a lot of time because Mary made a roast.
Oh, hey, Donny.
Oh,
Hey,
I love Mary's roast.
We're in
Oh,
the middle of a roast.
You know what? Don't say that shit. I don't. Just stop it. It's legitimately nice to see you dudes' faces like together and in the show context. It's
No, I
nice
know.
to see
I texted Donny earlier today. I said, hey, we're doing this happy hour thing. You want to hop on? Because I just wanted to see your face.
No, I mean, it's
this is
awesome.
so nice.
I appreciate it. It took me like 20 fucking minutes to get here because I'm an idiot, but I'm here.
Well, we're just wrapping up the roast. I just wanted to finish by saying Burton has AIDS.
Yep.
I don't know how much longer. How much longer would he be on? I gotta plug my computer in. Hold on.
By the way, this show and all these personalities are so overdue for a roast.
Oh boy.
Oh
Well,
no.
All right, I got it. We're have
And you know what? By the way, have I not been talking about
Green
this
machine.
for a long time?
You
About doing
done
a roast,
what?
yes.
I've been
Yeah.
talking about this roast for a long time, and I think Craig, you know us well enough. I think that you could be the roast master.
Wow.
Love to do that. And I would love to help as someone who's done, I don't know, I've probably done like 4 or 5 televised roasts and maybe just a dozen roasts overall. I would love to help put one together because, oh my God, the personalities are so rich. And the regulars you have on the show, there's so much material there. But
Craig,
yeah,
I think it's so neat that Brian Reagan didn't get back to us so that we could talk to you about this. I think it's
we're already starting. It's like, it's literally just a discussion and you're already starting.
Like I
All
think
it was brought to you by Seagram's.
my dream would be, all right, so when we're allowed to do things at Pops again and allowed to have gatherings, we have you and we have Nikki Glazer and we have Steve-O come in and really do it up like a good roast.
Yep, agreed.
Because I think as far as all the comics go, you guys know us the best.
I've submitted a year ago. I submitted a bunch of ideas about a roast idea to Rizzuto, and so we've already had that discussion about like, dude, what would be a home run is if you had these pieces in place. Yeah. So, yeah. Wow, what beautiful hair you have there, Patrico.
Wow, dude.
That?
Really not?
All right. So the question is, who would make the worst boyfriend if we were all gay?
Who would make the worst boyfriend?
Oh man.
While you guys are deciding, I have to check and see if.
Who are you gonna start with?
Jeff would make the best boyfriend.
Yeah, I think he'd
Who's
make
that?
I think Jeff would make the worst because he'd be always hitting on everybody else, all the other guys.
Yeah.
Because life goes on as it does now, and he's hitting on guys left and right. We see it right now.
You can listen to chatter on social media all you want, Moon. Okay, but you know me. Okay, you know me. So stop all your playing.
Donnie, who would make the best boyfriend out of all of us?
That's the word. Guys,
The worst.
Oh, the worst. I'm sorry, the worst.
I think, and I think he would be the nicest guy, but the potential for the worst would be King Scott, I think. Because, and here's why. And Scott, I love you and you know that, but I think that Scott would be like the forgetful one that would forget birthdays and like big days and shit like that. And Burton, I think Burton would be the opposite. I think he would remember that and would remember like, little gifts here and there and that kind of shit. That's what I think. But I'm still pondering.
That's good.
I'm still pondering.
All right. I would go with Patrico because I love traveling and he doesn't appear to enjoy flying or traveling or anything. And I think Rizz would be the best because he's got the money and he likes traveling. So that'd be great.
I like those answers.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that Craig would be the worst because he's never home.
Oh,
That'd be so sad.
I think King Scott would be the worst because he's just trying to figure out what to do with a vagina. So he probably has no idea what to do with this. So
that's what I was thinking. I was thinking that King Scott would be the worst because he just wouldn't be able to satisfy you in bed. Like he doesn't know, he has no like background in that. Like, so I mean, I guess if I'm getting really, really into it, that would be my reasoning behind that. And he's just so nice. Like, it's sad, but you know, for whatever reason, you just don't ever pick the nice ones.
Craig, if you think about it, Donnie, I'm sorry. If you think about it, he's got that big old ponytail, which some people call a handle.
Yeah.
It would take it. I would think I would get most jealous of Moon because it would be like, Jesus Christ, dude, like how good looking do you have to be?
Right, yeah. That's a good point, yeah.
And then like I would bet you he's the, oh my God, come on, dude, let's go. You look fine, let's go. I think he would be
right. And from what I've heard, he's not going to hurt you with what he's got, so.
That's just for the show, okay? This is
oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. You're huge.
Last question. Let's do it. Last question.
The last question is, who is the biggest bitch?
The biggest bitch.
It depends on what you mean by that.
Who's the biggest bitch?
Gosh. What does that mean? What's the definition of it, though?
Yeah.
There's such a wide swath there. You could.
I think the definition is pretty clear to most of us when we hear that. Like, it's like and I don't think I can answer that because I've never seen a bitchy side in any of you, and you all have taken a lot of hits on the show and taken it with a good sense of humor. So I honestly don't think I can come up with a scientific answer to that. I've never seen a bitchy side to any of you.
Here, how about, is this a bitchy side?
I've got an answer, and we might see a bitchy side with my answer.
Go ahead.
All right, let's hear it.
I'm going to say it's Rizz, because I don't think Rizz is very good at handling adversity. And I think if things... I think if you sit in the studio with us and something doesn't go your way, and I mean strike all pins down your way, it's not good for the rest of us. It's not good for the room. It's not good for the family. It's not good for the people on the sidewalk.
That's called.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just putting it out there. Who wants to jump on this ship?
Dude,
I will.
Yeah.
Dude, it'll be so weird. It'll be so weird.
Can you give me the question again? What's the question again, real quick?
Who's the biggest bitch?
So I put that in Google, and this is what came up. I don't know if.
Hey, when's the last time something happened, Rizz, that was real bummer, and you just let it slide off your back?
It's been a long time.
Well, when that guy yelled at him about the dog, he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and just kept walking.
Yeah. Greg, he's walking his dog. His dog sniffs a fire hydrant or something.
You got this for me, okay?
The neighbor yells at Rizz because he's worried, don't you let your dog shit on my yard, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
Rizz mumbles something off, finishes the walk, and on his way back, detours to go by that guy's house again and takes his dog's sack of shit from the walk and throws it on the guy's yard.
Boy. I mean,
that's not being a bitch. That's being a man.
It's called being respected.
I don't know if it's either one, but I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty awesome.
Well, I gotta say, I applaud Moon for actually going out on a bold stance like that. What else have you guys got for who's the biggest bitch in your opinion?
Patrico.
If I had to say who the biggest bitch was, I would probably have to say that it was Burton. And I feel bad because he's not here to defend himself right now.
Can we get someone to tell their bitch in the back to stop chirping?
I'm gonna mute.
What is that coming from?
It's Jeff, dude. He lives in like the bird cage or something at the zoo.
Hey, can I just say this though? Like, my answer would be Jeff, but I do see where the fellas are coming from.
Yeah.
Rizz, what about you?
I have no answer now.
Joe,
I'm gonna say Moon called me a bitch.
Thank you. My point served.
Wow.
I was gonna say King Scott, but I changed my answer.
Hey, you want to see Rizz right now? This is Rizz right now, without question. He is definitely here. It's deceased. I'm Rizz. I'm deceased. This is it. It's over for me. Goodbye. Goodbye.
What about you, Scott?
I would say I'm going with Moon on this one and say Rizz. And it's also because you're the boss. You have to be angry. You have to make good decisions that are tough, and it comes down to sometimes all the pressure on you.
You bitch.
I don't know. I mean, the scariest.
You're the scariest bitch there is.
But yeah.
Wow.
This one's the actual biggest.
Donnie, who do you think's the biggest bitch on the show?
Listen, and this is going to come off as really like as pacifying, but I think all of you guys, with the exception of King Scott, I think you have your moments. I do. I think that there are moments where you're just like, come on, whatever. But like, for the most part, you're like pretty easy fucking dudes to work with, all things considered. You know what I'm saying? So, and also too, I don't know that I fall along the bitch lines, but I'm a lunatic sometimes. So,
yeah.
Man, I don't know that I want to complain. I really honestly feel like I see what the guys are saying about Rizz being hot, but with the name on the show, I understand that, and I would do the same. But then also, I think everybody has their moments. I think we all do, man.
Thank you, Donnie.
How does caring about something so much make you a bitch?
Well, that's it, man. I mean, you want it to be good. Now, are there times that the delivery could be different? Oh, sure. But, man.
Sure.
Jeff, you got to unmute.
It's just the pressure, I think.
So wait, but if you have seen all of them in moments where they have been bitchy, you have to rank and pick one. Who's
okay? So you're
gosh.
Donnie, keep in mind before you rank anybody, I have seen your butt crack, just so you know. I can just.
Man, I honestly cannot. Because here is how I judge it, and honest to God, and here's how I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm sorry to say this, but have I wanted to kill one of them more than any of the others? And the answer is no. Like, it's like the same. Dude, it's the same thing, and it's like, so no, man. I don't know. It's tough. I don't see one more than the others. I really don't.
But you have to if you've seen a bitchy side to all of them, you have to rank one as the most bitchiest. What would it be, and why is it?
Oh God,
you're just such a dick for asking that question because you're digging and you know it.
Well, because I've only seen all of you laugh at everything. I've only seen you all laugh at the most humiliating experiences. So I haven't seen any. Hey man, that was too far. I've never seen any of that from you. And if this guy has seen, and I don't know who he is, he looks like Burton's conservative older brother. But if this guy has seen that side of you, then he's got to be able to pick one of you. Of all the times he's seen each of you being a little bit bitchy, there has to be one that qualifies as the most bitchy, and what is that reason?
Okay, here it is.
All right.
Thanks, Craig. Thank you, by the way, you jerk.
No, as the one person that if I knew was hot, that I would not want to deal with, it would be Rizz. I would be like, yo, man, oh shit. I was like, I want to stay out of that. No, but listen. But I want to stay out of that way of fire. But dude, like, I'm saying that only because, like, if it were Burton, if it were Patrico, if it were Moon, I think I know those guys a little differently. That I'd be like, what the fuck is wrong with you dudes? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know that I have that with you as much as the other three guys. So
Donnie, to your point. Donnie, to your point, we've had those. You and I have had, and I think it's twice in our relationship, which spans many, many, many years. I don't remember what tour of the rodeo it was that we first met, but we've had two times where we've been upset with each other, and both of those times we've talked with each other about it, and we've ripped it apart, and it's been over and done with. But I don't know if you've ever had that with Rizz before.
Yeah,
Hey,
not-
Patrico, you keep
probably
the
not as much.
tears going.
Huh?
Keep the tears going.
All right, listen. Thank you all.
Such a dick.
I want to thank Craig Gass for taking the time to come on and join
Thank
us for
you,
our
buddy.
first,
Yes.
happy
Thank
hour.
you.
After the butthurt game, I'm going to go and cry.
As you should.
Craig,
Yes.
anything to plug?
No, can I just leave on a final comment?
Sure.
Oh, God damn it.
Is that bad?
He's gonna go, this is Paul Stanley.
Dude, I'm telling you, Craig, I'm telling you, like, we play your commercial rejoins.
Oh, precious.
Morgan impression. And your Paul Stanley is the one that makes me laugh the most.
Dude, the one that messes me up the worst is the Tom Arnold one because we've had him in studio and a lot of the times I'll forget that wasn't him saying that shit.
Wow. Well, yeah, Tom Arnold.
My personal favorite is the Tracy Morgan because I just like when you go, "Happy birthday, bitch!" Happy birthday, bitch.
Or I call all the listeners a bitch. I just want to say, on a positive note, that there's two things that make me comforted in all of this, and one is that we all know someone who is a lot more stupid than we are out there.
Yes.
Doesn't know how to process information. That gives me comfort because I'm able to process information better than that person. And the second thing is that in the grand scheme of things, this is a brief period of time where we have to handle some adversity, but we will at some point see the storm pass and we will start putting pieces back together and we will be okay again. But it's a brief period of time. So I miss you guys. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys all again. You guys, I cannot overstate this enough. You have something so special. As a guy who's done radio all over the world, you have something so special, this core group of guys. And it's always fun to join you guys. So
Well, you're the best, man. You are the best.
So, Craig, it is April 23rd. Were you supposed to be in St. Louis this weekend?
I was supposed to be in St. Louis 2 weeks ago, and I'm actually supposed to be performing tonight and tomorrow and Saturday right here in Vegas.
Wow.
And which is where it just so happened to be the NFL draft was going to be right down the street at the Bellagio. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's weird how that works out.
Thank you, Craig. Fandango, good to see you.
Thanks, Donnie.
All right. I'll see you guys.
Thank you all for tuning in. And ladies and gentlemen, that's our first happy hour. We're done. And Pickle Patrico, anything else? Jeff?
No, that's it, man.
No, man. That's it.
Energy up, says Bo Jackson.
Jeff Burton looks like a bitch.
I'm a pickle, bitch.
All right, we're done. Goodbye, guys.
I love your Marlin.
Bye.